She told me he outclassed me. Better than me, that was how she phrased it. Not gentler, not more affectionate, just better. A blunt, undefined word that cut through everything I believed our relationship was built on. She didn't say it while angry. She didn't raise her voice. She delivered it quietly, almost rehearsed, like she had practiced the line in the mirror. We were sitting in the tiny cafe where our first date had happened. I assumed she chose it for sentiment, maybe to reminisce or rekindle something. Instead, she came to sever what was left of us. To tell me I no longer measured up. "I never planned this," she murmured, spinning her spoon. "But it happened," I said, barely audible. She gave a small nod. "He makes me feel alive." Alive. As if I hadn't spent 2 years doing everything I could to make her feel loved, protected, understood. I walked out of that cafe feeling like I was drifting through fog. My body kept moving, but inside I felt like I was collapsing. Her voice replayed in my skull. "He's better." Better how? Was he wealthier? More attractive? Funnier? I never asked. Maybe I didn't want the truth. Maybe I feared I would agree with her. She moved on fast. I saw photos online, him holding her by the waist, her glowing like she had found the sun. It felt like life itself was laughing at me, like I had only ever been a stepping stone to her upgrade. I won't pretend it didn't destroy me. I barely ate for weeks. My friends dragged me out for drinks, movies, anything to keep me from spiraling into endless what-ifs. But every night, the emptiness wrapped around me like a cold blanket scented with her perfume. Her absence had weight. She never reached out again. No message, not even a simple happy birthday. Eventually I stopped waiting for one. So I rebuilt myself, slowly. Not to win her back, not to prove anything, but because I needed to feel like a whole person again. I started going to the gym, traveling, picking up photography. I muted all her accounts, then blocked them. If she was happy somewhere else, I had to let that chapter stay closed. It wasn't simple. Healing rarely is. But it worked. I found comfort in small, ordinary joys. Morning coffee, quiet hikes, the sound of strangers laughing. I learned to enjoy my own presence again, something I didn't realize I had sacrificed while trying to be someone's entire world. Then, almost exactly a year later, she texted me. "Can we talk?" I stared at the message for a long time. My instinct was to ignore her. I didn't owe her anything. But curiosity, stubborn and familiar, won again. We met in the same cafe. Full circle. She walked indifferently this time, slower, unsure. Her eyes carried exhaustion. Her smile was thin and fragile. "Thank you for meeting me," she said. I nodded. "I'm not here to justify myself," she said, her hands trembling around her cup. I need to say something." I waited. "I thought he was better," she whispered, voice breaking. "But he wasn't. Not at all." I kept my face still. "He made everything feel thrilling," she went on. "But that kind of thrill doesn't last. What came after wasn't love. It was a mess. He lied. He cheated. And by the time I understood what I threw away, you weren't there anymore." She reached toward me, but I didn't move. "I'm sorry," she said through shaking breaths. "I know I hurt you. I know I don't deserve anything from you. But I miss you. Every day. And if even a tiny part of you still cares, please." Tears spilled down her cheeks. I thought I would feel triumphant. She had broken me. Now she was the one falling apart. But instead I felt stillness. Like I was finally above the storm clouds. I didn't speak for a long moment. I studied her. The girl who once said I was everything, the woman who traded me for excitement, and the stranger now asking me to undo the consequences of her choice. "I'm not angry anymore," I said at last. "But I'm not who I was when you left." She nodded, crying silently. "I loved you," I said. "More than I should have. And for a long time I wished you would come back and say you made a mistake. But now that you're here, I realized something." "What?" she whispered. "I'm okay without you." She covered her face as sobs took over. "I'm glad you learned what you needed to," I continued. "But I don't want the ring. I don't want to try again. I want peace. And I've found it." We sat in a calm, quiet silence. She finally stood, wiping her eyes. "I hope life is kind to you," she said. "You too." She walked away. And for the first time I didn't turn to watch her disappear. I finished my coffee, stepped outside, and breathed in the cold air like it was brand new. She once said someone else was better. A year later she returned, crying, because she finally understood she was wrong.